What's up YouTube, this is Yugioh2525 and I'm coming here with my updated rank 4 Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now I've made some improvement to my last rank 4 deck and I think this is much better than the old one. Also changed some of the monsters in extra deck, and yeah, just have a look through and yeah, you can comment when you like what you think of the deck, the new one, and yeah, you can look at the old one, compare the changes I have made. So first I'll start off with the monsters. Obviously as normal we have 2 Summoner Monk, which is pretty standard. Then I input 2 star drawings because they can be really helpful. Then obviously normal tin goldfish, 3 of them. 3 of the goblin bird. And obviously then the main monsters of the deck, which are the gadget. So first 3 green gadget, 3 yellow gadget, and 3 red. Now some people comment that saying, oh, you only need 2 is enough of each. I thought about it, but then again, actually 3 is much better than just having 2 of each, because at some point you always need at least 1 level 4 monster in your hand, because you can always get one of the Kage to Kage or Tin Goldfish or any other. You can draw them always, and if you don't have a gadget in your hand, then obviously it won't make much sense. And so because if you have 3 of them, it's always guaranteed to always kind of have 1 of them. And always, if you summon 1 of them, you always get another one in your hand. And I never ever had the situation when I played that I never had a gadget in my hand. So yeah, it's really helpful, and I think you should try 3 of them. So next up, 3 Kage to Kage. Very important. And that was basically the monsters. Not much change unless the star drawing, and yeah, it has helped me sometimes. Okay, next on the spells. Still 3 double summon. You really need double summon in your rank 4 deck. Then next up, rank up magic quick chaos. I prefer this than any other because firstly of the artwork as well, and as well because the effect is so much better than all the other ones. And some people think, why do you want 3? Well, you will see, because obviously I'm using number 101, and it's annoying if you have Silent Arc out and you can't summon his more powerful version. So it's always good having 3 rank up. Obviously sometimes it can be a dead draw, but because I always have 2 level 4 monsters, it's never a dead draw for me. Okay, 1 Pot of Duality, 2 MST, standard, and then 1 Soul Charge. I wish I could have more, but because it's banned for 1, you can only have 1. Next up, the trap cards. Now I improved this. I have 2 XYZ Reborn. Not often use this card in a duel, but when I used it, it was really helpful. It saved me many duels because I just got back any rank 4 monster and it actually saved me from dying a couple of times. Solemn Warning, Bottomless, Torrential, Breakthrough Skill, Evacuation Device, Trap Stun, and 2 Mirror Force. Pretty standard. I added another Mirror Force. I think I used to have only 1 in them, but it's much better having 2 than 1 because sometimes you have to rely on your trap card, and I'm always that kind of guy. I prefer having trap cards in my deck than having hardly none, because I know some people don't run many trap cards, but you have to. Okay, now it's on to the monsters from the extra deck. Firstly, we have 3 copies of number C101, Silent Honor Dark. Then number 101, Silent Honor Arc. This is probably one of my favorite level 4 ones because I think that is the main monster in this deck, and I want literally most of my duels, nearly all of them, just because of number C101. If you play a rank 4 deck, you have to have this card in your deck, otherwise there's no point. Well, this time I added a Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Last time it was not out yet, so I couldn't add it in my deck, but now I have had it in the deck and it's actually really, really good. But I only have one copy because I still think 2 would be a little bit too much. And I still have 2 copies of Evil Swarm Executive Knight, although I think 2 copies are sometimes too many. I think it depends who I would play, which type of deck, because sometimes 1 is actually enough because this deck focuses more on number 101, but still, it's quite good. Kachikochi Dragon, really, really good. Steelworm Roach. What's in Zizigma? I hope I said that right. I added him as well to the deck because he is not bad actually. He can help you sometimes, but he's still debatable if I let him in or not. He was from Ouroboros. Many people don't rate this card really high, but I think it's amazing. It's really good, especially the effects. Digestor Emerald, probably not the best card in this deck, but still sometimes it actually saves me. Black Shape of Corn, it's a must. And that's it of the extra deck. Now I have some cards not in my extra deck, but I'm still thinking of sometimes putting them in. I think it depends who I play. Sometimes I put them in, and sometimes I leave them out. It depends who you always play. So, yeah. One of them is this guy. Oh god, the name is difficult. Carnage Goragon. Sometimes I put it in. And number 104. Number 69. Number 16 Shotmaster. He was normally in this deck, but because he's banned, you can't really put him in. So only if you play with friends. Otherwise, for tournaments, you can't use him. And then obviously I have all the Utopia. I used to change always Utopia, put them in, leave them out, and yeah, it always depends. Sometimes I don't need him, but sometimes I really do need him, especially in his different form with number C39, Way V and Way Victory. So yeah, it depends. I keep changing how I feel like. So yeah. Okay, that is it, the deck, and yeah, just leave a comment of what you think.